So I'm feeling guilty about the garden. We're in Maine for the week and a half. Fortunately, 2 women from the community garden offered to look after it and water it, and I'll do the same for them, though I wouldn't want me to look after your garden. I mean, I'm a moron, but still, I guess I'll enjoy Maine. I probably won't publish this.
Down in the valley, moved up from the city. It's a new way of living and I'm trying to get used to it. 1 park poodles, half an ounce of an idiot. Ordered a Manhattan and they call me a city, yeah. At first I hurt my feelings, but it's kinda got a ring to it. When you move to the country, they can tell when you're new to it. I'm looking at a place, but I'm trying to keep fitting in. It takes too long to be a local, so for now I'm a city-it.
I'm Matt Zucker, and this is City It, learning to live and love life in the Hudson Valley. Episode 93. If you're following on Instagram, you'll see photos now and then of the garden plot and my flowers versus vegetables experiment, which started back in episode 88. The challenge, if we're honest about it though, has less about flowers versus vegetables, who all seem to be superheroes and survivors, and more of a challenge of Matt versus gardening, or Matt versus doing new things, or Matt versus inertia. Now, I started my Green Thumb adventure with strong intentions, and I have no regrets, except, well, not making more time and discipline for it. The garden, so you know, is not far away. It's 2 miles from my house, which is about a 5-minute drive. The weather and heat are easier to blame, so I'll do that. The other challenge for me is waking up earlier and making there in the morning before the sun is too strong. Also, having a plan would help, since I haven't properly researched what to grow when to weed, when to plant something new, or even when to expect something is ready. I mean, I planted broccoli and kale. Which week should I harvest it? Those little toothpicks didn't say. So long overdue, I'm publishing a new set of voice notes from the garden. If you're looking to be inspired, I wouldn't follow me. I would follow Stark Blooms, who actually knows what he's doing. Still, for your amusement and my ongoing learning as a city-it, here are my last few gardening notes. So I haven't been to the garden in a couple days because of the rain. I just didn't bother coming by. I thought that would do the work, so I kind of called in sick to the garden. Brian came up with a new name for me, the Reluctant Gardener. I thought it was charming and thought of Ralph Fiennes until I realized he was making fun of me. Anyway, I got here and I saw Sam, and I admitted that I probably do need to weed, and he said, yes, you do, because the garden is overwhelmed with weeds. And I did see this video that Sam did online about showing you how to properly weed, not just yanking them out, but kind of moving the metal trough toy thing across it, kind of that pulls them up more gently and kind of does them in. But I think I've gone so long, Sam thought I could just yank them out. In the other surprise, Sam thought my spinach is ready. Can you believe this? I'm going to harvest spinach. Everyone's going to be so surprised. I just have to make sure I pull out what is actually spinach and not the kale. But I think I know. I think it's in the top left. It's Friday, 8 a.m., and I'm at the garden. I would have been here earlier since Brian woke me up and said, weren't you going to start getting up earlier to go to the garden? And I was like, did I say that? Anyway, we were here last night at the community party where we kind of gathered and met some of the neighbors, and it was really fun. I could have watered then, but I didn't really think of it because I was drinking wine. But now I'm here and I'm watering, and the plot's kind of a mess, to be honest. I started like half weeding last time and didn't finish. The kale, Sam says, is ready to go, but I need some kind of shears to kind of cut at it and not yank it all out like I did the spinach. The flowers seem to be alive despite all circumstances. Those super petunias are definitely super. My cute little sculptures look pretty good, but I'm still thinking of getting a little boy fountain peeing, but I don't know. I'll have to look on Etsy and see what's available. My real issue is I've got to look for a gardening hat. I don't think I'm well protected, so I need one of those giant gardening hats like Sam wears. So that's going to be my next purchase as soon as I get this watering done. I'm going to come back tomorrow and try to plant some new things. Brian thinks I should do some peppers or something interesting for him. So I will consider it. Okay, Cityites, this is going to be very, very shocking. You're going to need to look at the photo online. I don't think I've been here at the garden in like 2 or 3 weeks. Brian and I went to Maine for a week, and I asked some folks on the farm to look after the garden for me, which I guess they did. And it also poured, and there was huge storms, and you heard about the flooding. So I expected when I stopped by for the first time in like 3 weeks that it would be a wipeout, barren land to replant. Instead, it's like super kale, like 10 feet tall. It looks, I don't even know if I can eat that. It's probably so bitter, but I'm going to try anyway, too. My frog sculpture is so small now compared to the kale. The flowers, believe it or not, those super petunias, they're alive. And looking over on the side, I can't tell if the baby watermelons, they're still underground. So we're going to water them anyway. But this is a phenomenal thing. Brian was calling me the reluctant gardener. But maybe I'm the absent gardener. Or just the lucky gardener. And wait, there's an orange flower which has been so long, I don't even remember what it is. It's not a sunflower. Oh, a marigold. It might be a marigold, since that's what it says on the maybe marigold sign. Anyway, this is a feat. Of course, the plot next to me looks like it's exploding, like it's a jungle. So maybe it was the rains. Maybe the rains just made everyone's doing well. Okay, this is not that much fun anymore now that everyone's winning. God, it is impressive, though. All right, well, I don't think I'm getting kicked out of the farm this year. I think I'll be able to extend my membership. I think I'm going to have to get some new plants, though. I'm going to add to the mix. Okay, I'm back at the garden, and it's been weeks. I did intend to come over more frequently, and you won't believe me, but every time I said I was coming over, it rained, so then I didn't. So you need to believe me. But I did come. There's weeds everywhere, although the marigolds, or whatever a marigold would be if it were orange, I can't see the sign because it's covered up, has blossomed. I'll put a picture up. But it's actually flowering. So it's funny because the kale, which I've totally missed the season for, I should have picked it in time, has gone bad, but it really blossomed as well. So had I been here, I would have had delicious broccoli and amazing kale. But flowers are doing well. So flowers versus vegetables, flowers are holding their own, surprisingly, even with the neglect. There's yellow buttercup thingies. They're doing okay. But anyway, I'm going to clear away these weeds. It's going to take me an hour. And you won't believe this. It looks like it's going to rain. So I'm going to hurry up. And hopefully, I will post a new photo and things will look better. I feel like I might have to start over for fall, though, and just clear this out and try again. This is quite a learning experiment. My neighbors, however, are all thriving. There is a giant sunflower, and there's a blossoming thing that looks messy on purpose. And people have their vegetables. They look so neat. I bet they come here every day. I bet they do nothing else but this garden. Maybe they freelance. All right. Thanks for tuning in.
Down in the valley, moved up from the city. It's a new way of living and I'm trying to get used to it. 1 park noodles, half an ounce of an idiot. Ordered a Manhattan and they call me a city. At first it hurt my feelings, but it's kinda got a ring to it. When you move to the country, they can tell when you're new to it. I'm looking at a place, but I'm trying to keep fitting in. It takes long to be a local, so for now I'm a city.